Pistachio cream is having a moment, and it's all thanks to the viral sensation of the Dubai chocolate bar. I had to know what all the fuss was about, so we're gonna do a taste test first, just to make sure my research is really thorough. It was quite delightful. You do taste like the sweet nuttiness from the pistachio with the chocolate, perfect combination. Why haven't we thought of this? 25 bucks, don't know about that. I am gonna show you how you can turn the pistachio cream into more than just a Dubai chocolate bar. I've got 3 desserts using pistachio cream that are gonna blow your mind. Now, the stars of the show are the pistachio cream. You can find it from like $6 to like $20. So let's say you bought the $6 one, and then you buy a whole case of the shredded phyllo, known as katafi. So these two combined are less than this one chocolate bar, and we're gonna be able to make multiple desserts out of it. That's the goal today. Starting with the one closest inspired by this, I'm doing a chocolate pistachio baklava. Du baklava. Since the chocolate bar contains shredded phyllo dough and baklava's main ingredient is phyllo dough, it makes the most sense. So we're gonna make the most delicious baklava ever. Baklava is actually surprisingly easy to make. It intimidated me for a long time because it looked way more complicated than it is. Greek baklava typically contains walnuts, and then other Middle Eastern versions contain pistachios. We're doing obviously pistachio, and we're gonna elevate the pistachio flavor by using some of the cream. So I'm gonna start by adding pistachios, and I'm just gonna pulse them until they're finely chopped. I'm gonna take half of this out to incorporate our chocolate like the Dubai chocolate bar. I'm gonna add in some milk chocolate into the food processor, pulse that until it's finely incorporated. Beautiful. All right, the next thing you wanna do, you just wanna have all your layered ingredients ready to go. We need to melt 2 sticks of butter, cover it like that to keep it from splattering. As part of my pistachio layer, obviously, I'm going to use the star of our show today, the pistachio cream. And then to mix with that a little bit of tahini. This is an ingredient in a lot of the chocolate bars. Just microwave that for about 20 seconds just to loosen it up. It'll make it easier to spread in between the layers. Get you a 9x13 and your phyllo dough. Phyllo dough is very delicate. Don't freak out if it cracks and breaks in between the layers. They'll all come together when it bakes. So you want to kind of unfold it, and then you want to have a damp towel ready to keep on top because it dries out like super quickly. Sometimes if it's still too frozen when you unravel it, that's when it breaks. So you do want to try to thaw it out. So I've dampened a couple layers of paper towels, and I like to just kind of keep it over it. Prep is ready, now we just layer. So you've got your melted butter, and you're going to brush the bottom of your 9x13 liberally with butter. And we're gonna put about 8 layers on the bottom. So you just grab a sheet, maybe I'll do 2 sheets, and then butter. Because there was butter on the bottom, it got the bottom sheet. Now I'm gonna go in with another sheet and butter, sheet and butter, sheet and butter. Okay, sheet number 8, going down, and I'm gonna cover the rest while I work with your damp paper towel. Okay, butter that last sheet, and then we're gonna start our layer. First, I'm going to drizzle in about half of our pistachio cream. This is gonna give something that the nuts can adhere to. Sprinkle in half of our pistachio and chocolate mixture. All right, now I'm gonna go in with 4 layers in between. Same deal, put one down, butter it, and you're gonna do that 4 times. Okay, I'm gonna do 4 more sheets and then 1 more layer. For the top layer, you wanna do about 6 to 8 sheets, just till you feel that it's, a nice and secure top layer. You won't quite use a whole package of the phyllo dough. Okay, so now you wanna cut it into diamond shapes. So I like to make 3 vertical cuts, just straight down, 1 down the middle, and then 1 on each side. And then you go diagonal to create little diamonds. You're gonna have a couple odd pieces. Those are for the chef. You can make these as big or as small as you want. They're very rich, as you can see, considering we used more than 2 sticks of butter. If you dip your knife in a little bit of butter or spray it with some cooking spray, it'll be easier to cut. All right, so after you cut it, if you have any leftover butter, you can just kind of throw it on in there, just to kind of moisten any dried little bits you might have seen. Then we bake it. 350 degrees. It's gonna take like 45 to 55 minutes. All right, for the syrup, we do a cup. I usually do a little more, so a cup plus 2 tablespoons of water into a saucepan. add in a cup of sugar. Bring that to a simmer. Once you see that the sugar has dissolved, you can add in the honey, about a half a cup. And then you're gonna bring this mixture to a boil and then reduce it and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And then you'll just let it sit until that baklava comes out. This is so pretty. And as soon as it comes out, you pour the syrup over the hot baklava. Hear it sizzle, and it just acts as a sponge, and it's like, it's too much. I'm also gonna sprinkle on a little bit of pistachio, a little leftover that we chopped up earlier. Hardest part about this is that you have to wait at least 2 hours because you need all that syrup that we poured on to get like sucked into those layers, okay? The longer you can wait, the better, but I'm gonna make you wait at least 2 hours. Look how beautiful this is. Now, it has not been quite long enough, but I can wait no longer. That like syrupy crystallization that happens. The longer this sits, the better. The perfect bite of pistachio cream Dubai chocolate baklava. Baklava. I'm sorry, but that's a cute name. I mean, are those not beautiful? This one bite puts that $25 candy bar to shame. I hate to say it. And we made this whole pan for the same price as you can get one little candy bar. It's crispy, it's buttery, it's like sweet but not too sweet. You get like a little hint of the salt from that nut and the tahini. A+++++. For my next trick, how does pistachio cinnamon rolls sound? Yes, please. And these cinnamon rolls are easy cinnamon rolls because we're not making any dough from scratch, keeping things indulgent by using some puff pastry for our dough. So I'll start by making the filling. I'm gonna use some mascarpone cheese. This is also gonna go in with our frosting at the end. You could just use cream cheese if you don't wanna use this, but it's gonna double for our frosting. So you're gonna get all the bang for your buck. And I'm just keeping things Italian with the pistachios, you know? About a half a cup. A lot of times butter is just your main ingredient in the filling. This is like kind of that, but with a little bit of a richer flavor. And then I'm gonna go in with equal parts brown sugar and white sugar, about a quarter cup of each. 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and a couple tablespoons of melted butter, and a pinch of salt. And then just mix that until it's smooth. Look at that. All right, so we're going to unroll. You're gonna use a whole pack, both sheets. And you're just gonna kinda lightly unroll it onto a floured surface. You want this to kind of be a little bit thawed. All right, you just wanna lightly roll out your puff pastry just to get it like into a uniform shape. Then we are going to spread half of our mixture on this piece. All right, and then you're going to sprinkle on some pistachios that we have chopped. So you're gonna take a little of your pistachio cream, just a little drizzle for the inside. We're gonna have more on the frosting, so this is just a little sneaky snake in there, you know? All right, and then you're going to tight roll it all the way up like a cinnamon roll. Once it's rolled up, then we're going to cut it into our cinnamon rolls. See how good that's gonna be. Grab you a baking dish, add some parchment. I always wanted to do this hack. So smart. And then you're going to lay your cinnamon rolls in, cut that up. Popping these in the oven, 400 degrees, until they're golden browned and delicious. All right, every cinnamon roll needs frosting, of course, so we're gonna take the rest of our mascarpone cheese, and we're gonna give it a pale green tint with our pistachio. Get that mixed together, add in a little splash of heavy cream, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and then a little pinch of salt to bring out all that good flavor. One final mix. Quality control. That's heavenly. Heavenly. Look at these cutie patooties. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Get your frosting on while it's warm, and it's gonna kinda turn into a little bit of a glazy icing. Y'all, these are about to be the best thing you eat all week. Look at that. This might be the greatest creation that you can make with the pistachio paste. Y'all are gonna need to trust me. Totally worth your first purchase of pistachio cream just to make the cinnamon rolls. It's like warm and gooey, and it tastes rich like money. I feel rich eating this. 13 out of 10, you're gonna wanna make the pistachio cream cinnamon roll. For my final trick, a Dubai Chocolate Berry Trifle. Have you seen the Dubai chocolate strawberries? Hopefully we'll show a little clip here of what they are, because they're just like strawberries coated in the pistachio cream and chocolate with a little shredded phyllo on there, and you just get like the perfect bite. If we know that combination is a winner on strawberries, then I think it's gonna be a winner on all berries. This is the one that's gonna blow everybody's mind when you show up with this one, you know what I mean? This will be my first time using the katafi, which is just shredded phyllo. A lot of the recipes tell you to chop this up. Sometimes it comes in like a big piece and you chop it up. This one's already chopped, so that makes it easy. But what you have to do is you have to toast it in butter. So we'll do that first and have that ready. All right, melt my butter and then add in the katafi. I have no idea how much I need, because we're just winging it. See, it's starting to turn. We want it to all be golden brown. You want to do this on about a medium heat, and it's going to take about 10 minutes until all of this is evenly browned. And that's what you're looking for, that each little piece is kind of evenly toasted. Kind of want to see, I've never had this by itself. Not much flavor, but you can taste like a toasty, like cracker. It's kind of what it tastes like. All right, so I'm gonna set this to the side and we melt our chocolate. Double boiler is gonna be your best way to melt your chocolate. It'll stay creamy and you can control the heat better. Place a bowl that's bigger than your pot over a pot of barely simmering water, because you want that heat to be gentle. And then in goes your chocolate chips. And you're just gonna melt that, stirring occasionally until it's perfect. Beautiful, creamy milk chocolate. Component 1, component 2, and then component 3 is just as easy. We're gonna have that pistachio green layer. I'm just mixing 2 kinds because that's what I have. I like them when they have the little crunchy bits in there, so. And then a little bit of tahini. Tahini is just ground sesame seeds. If you could totally like leave that out, it just kind of adds like a nuttiness to this mixture. All right, so those are our components. Now we just build it like the cup, but bigger and better. Get yourself a trifle bowl or any kind of deep bowl. So that this will stay melty and creamy looking, I'm gonna add in just a little bit of liquid neutral oil. I'm doing coconut oil. You can do anything neutral. The only thing I'm gonna say, you can have all of this prepped in advance, but I would not layer it until you're gonna serve it. You don't wanna make this and then refrigerate it for a while, because the chocolate's gonna get hardened. This is kind of like a make it and then just let it sit out till you're ready. So when they do the cups, they kind of drizzle the chocolate all around. So I'm gonna put chocolate in first, then just kind of like swirl the bowl. You can kind of use a spatula to kind of like run it up along the side a little bit. It'll transfer throughout. Once your berries go to mix in and you get some of that juiciness in there, it's like an art project, you know? And then in goes our berries. Okay, and then you're gonna do about half of your pistachio cream. Okay, and then half of our taffy. It's the combination of this melty chocolate with that pistachio cream. That's what dreams are made of. Who knew after making Dubai chocolate desserts for one day, I'd be obsessed. Let's take a moment to appreciate the work of art, all the perfect bites that you can see. Juiciness, creaminess, and crunchiness, all in one beautiful package. Somebody's gotta bring this to their next party. That's all I'm saying. Look at it, perfect bite. You've had chocolate covered strawberries, obviously. It's like taking that and multiplying it by 100. But with that pistachio cream, it adds like this kind of creamy nuttiness that you don't get in the old version, you know what I mean? The blackberry, oh my God, that might be better than the strawberry. I will eat this entire bowl and convince myself that I'm just eating fruit salad. Something about the juiciness with the richness and the crunch. It's just like the bowl of perfect bites, so you know I'm gonna lean into that hard. You get the ultimate decadent richness from the baklava, but the cinnamon roll, if I could wake up to that every morning, my life could end, and I'd be happy. I'm a fan. Pick up a jar of pistachio cream next time you go to the grocery store and make one of these treats and thank me later. I had never tasted it before today, and now it's in my top 3 favorite foods.